Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So for today's video, it's going to be the last video talking about Disney. I'm kind of sad and happy about it because obviously fall. So yeah, but I hope you guys have enjoyed all the videos that I have put out for you guys. I'm still raspy, my throat, so forgive me for that. But I wanted to share with you guys some products and some things that I feel like really helped out my trip. I am an overpacker. I try to think of as much things as I possibly can. So I feel like these things really did help out my trip quite a bit. I do have a toddler. Today's actually her third birthday. So I do have a toddler. I'm just gonna throw that out there. My toddler is actually the kind of toddler that likes to be carried. And she doesn't love the stroller. She'll sit for a little bit, but she doesn't love the stroller. So she likes being carried, and she's also not used to being around so many people. So keep that in mind while I talk about these things. So we went to Disney World. We ended up going to Hollywood Studios, and we also went to Magic Kingdom. So with that, we went in August, so it was raining quite a bit of the trip. So let me start out with that. Now there's so many wet bags out there in this world, but this is the one I took with me and I clipped it to my stroller, and it is the Bumpkins 100 anniversary print. They have so many other ones, but this one is actually the extra large, so it has 2 zippers. Now it is quite packed right now because I did fill it up with a couple things so I don't forget to talk about in this video. But I love this. You could just clip it onto your stroller or just put it on the bottom, which is what I normally did. And I put so much in here that I knew what we were going to need and did end up needing. So let's go ahead and open that up. So I don't have it right now. I am going to actually wash all this right after. But I do have the normal size wet bag. In here, I actually had a change of clothes for my toddler. Just in case we needed it, I ended up putting a dress and pants in here just in case we needed to change it for whatever reason. And it does have the little snap as well. So that. In here, I also had, so this is actually a splat mat. You can use this like if they're painting or anything like that. It is quite a big size. So my toddler actually, it's a long story, but potty training is gonna have to happen very soon, obviously. But she likes using the bathroom sitting down, even though it's in her diaper. Long story. But this actually helped us a lot. I just threw it on the floor and she went. And also, like, let's say you're at the Magic Kingdom and you just want to sit down and watch the parade or anything like that, they can sit on this. And one side is just like a plain side, and this side is actually like, you know, the print. I'm actually gonna go ahead and wash this as well. They're all machine washable, so it makes it a lot easier. I also took this guy. This actually had her magic wand stuck to it inside of it. So it had her magic wand, her bubble wand inside of here. And we also had our water bottle, which I'll show you guys in just a second because that's also a must-have. But we had it in here, and it just made life so much easier to just grab stuff and not have to dig around the bag, the diaper bag, or underneath the stroller. They do have a Minnie Mouse one, but I already had the Mickey one, so yeah, I highly recommend these if you haven't. They're very affordable as well. All right. Again, it was raining, so I did find one on Amazon that is very similar, but it is an umbrella. It is super small, fits again in the bag perfectly. We used this pretty much like 3 or 4 days because again, it was raining when we went. Lifesaver dries pretty fast, and again, lifesaver. I absolutely love that umbrella. I'll probably be going everywhere with us. I do have to wipe all this stuff down. This isn't obvious. I'm not going to actually open it. But this is a stroller cover for when it's raining. We actually need to leave this outside and clean it. Again, it rained on us so many times. I was really on it though. As soon as I saw a little bit of rain or a gray cloud in the sky, I literally put this on the stroller and had it most of the time. So I just had to over the stroller and we were good and ready to go. If you have a stroller, definitely recommend taking one of these. 10 out of 10. Even if you are on a ride, you might come out and everything's soaked. So just always, I just felt like it kind of saved us a lot because I just always covered it whenever we went on a ride. So I just always covered it and just kind of keeping everything a little bit safer. just make me feel a little safer. This again, you also have to take out and clean. But rain ponchos, covers. I do have one for my toddler. Hers is an actual rain jacket. But these are disposable ones. They're actually really good material. I bought them on Amazon. So I'm actually keeping these. I'm going to go ahead and clean them and then just leave them hanging and then fold them away nicely. Again, these are really good. They fit me and my husband. They cover us pretty much all our clothes. So it was perfect even when it was completely pouring on top of us. Definitely recommend those. I know they have some like at Walgreens and stuff like that. That isn't like cheap plastic. That's like an actual good plastic. So you can reuse it again. All right, so that is everything I had in the huge pocket. Now let's go into the front pocket. So in the front pocket, I actually ended up having some glow sticks for my toddler. Now I know this is kind of dumb, but I definitely recommend some glow sticks, guys. Glow sticks and also like the wrist ones. I had those for my daughter on Haunted Mansion, and that helped so much her not be scared. I literally told her, if you feel scared, put it by your eyes, and she was good to go. So definitely recommend that. Everything's literally for the stroller, but I mean, realistically, that's what I have at Disney, right? Another thing is these microfiber towels. So these are quick dry towels. These are supposed to be like the wet towels that you wet and they're cool. We didn't use it for that. We used it to dry off, and we also used it. My daughter's feet, I mean, she's tall, so her feet are actually hanging in the bottom of the stroller. So even though I had the cover, her feet were still hanging in the bottom. So I literally, each towel has a little clip. So I clipped it to the bottom of the stroller and covered her legs. So she had like a little blanket, and it kept her dry. So 10 out of 10, I would recommend these, even if it's not for what it's made for. It's just very, very handy, and of course you could dry anything with, and it's very like compact and easy to carry inside this bag. All right, and then in here I also did have this guy. I had two, so I will link both of them down below. I don't know my other one is right now, but I had two of these and huge misting fan, but the big one I kept on the stroller all the time. This one was actually in the little Minnie Mouse thing on the side, and then I had my other one inside here. Of course it's hot and I like having it on my hand. Even when we went in line, I kept it in my bag and just kind of, fanned us. It wasn't crazy hot, but it was really hot, if that makes sense. So it just really helps to have fans. I feel like that's like the biggest duh. And then these are the ones I was talking about, that we had on her wrist. She had on her hand on right. All right, and then the last thing in this beautiful guy is this. So I also had the earmuffs that are for her tablets, but the reason I'm not really including that is because yes, they're good. We're good for the tablet, and I've wear them myself. There's a big difference between the ones that like for tablet and for hearing, like they're tablets basically. Then the headphones versus the ones that are made to cancel out noise. Huge difference. I've tried them on myself. This actually cancels out noise. Headphones doesn't really, just a very teeny tiny bit. Now my toddler actually does not like really unexpected loud noises. She's fine with loud stuff, just not unexpected. So when we went to see shows, specifically when we went to see shows, she wanted these. She would literally look at me, "Mommy, headphones," and I just put them right on her, and then she was fine. Again, she doesn't like surprise loud noises. So these were a lifesaver for us. I highly recommend them. We put them on multiple times at the park, and I just kind of held them in my hand or put them around my neck. Honestly, I just feel like it was easier. It's comfort for her, and you don't want a tantrum for just not having headphones. Not headphones. You guys know what I mean. But that really did help. All right, and then also staying within the same lines of the bags and stroller are these Petunia Pickle Bottom hooks. So you guys know I love these. I've loved these since the first time I went. These are the best things ever. You could grab your groceries with them. They have a heart and they also have a star, but I specifically took these two. So I could hook anything to this. I even secure like my bag to it if I need to, just to make sure nothing falls. I hook, like when we went shopping, the bags fit on here perfectly. I hook also our water bottles, which is our next topic, but our water bottles, I absolutely love these. These are the coldest water bottles. I mean, don't put it like this. You guys know what I mean. These coldest water bottles are absolutely amazing. I would fill it up with ice in the morning, and then I would go ahead and put water. And honestly, the next day it would still have ice. I love these. I got my daughter. My daughter has 12-ounce ones, and then I travel around even on a daily basis with the 21 fluid ounce. We also did take the 32 one, just because obviously you're drinking so much water in Florida, and my husband also drinks a lot of water. Me and him both do. So I highly recommend it. These, and again, you could just hook them if you need to, or you can go ahead and put them, in the stroller caddy, or if you have one or whatever. Another thing I love these hooks for, which obviously I washed it, so it doesn't have it. But these guys, which are another thing, for snacks on the plane were a lifesaver. And while I'm at my aunt's house, I didn't take these to the parks, but for travel, they're amazing. I literally had them on here, and I attached the hooks, and I threw them, like I hook it to the book bag. I'll show you guys a picture, and that's how we got in the plane, and it was so much easier than going through the bag and looking for snacks. So I mean, I love these. They do have sales sometimes on these. I have like 2 more or 3 more in the cupboard. I absolutely love these. We use them all the time. But again, the hooks just make that easier as well. If there's something, I would get these hooks. I love them. All right, and then I think the last thing that is, again, kind of specific to my toddler. She, again, does not like walking. If she's comfortable, she likes walking. If she sees too many people or is overwhelmed, she does not like walking. And she does not like the stroller. She never really has. She'll sit occasionally. It was a miracle that she even fell asleep in the stroller. But occasionally, like, she normally likes to be carried. She hurts everybody's arms, and normally 9 out of 10 times she wants mommy. So I did already have one of these. This is like the Tush baby dupe. I did already have one of these, but for the trip I ended up buying a new one, just because my old one, I feel like the Velcro was starting to kind of get loose, and I couldn't get it as tight as I needed to. My daughter is about 30 pounds, so this helped so much. I had no back pain, and I was on flow. So yes, I highly recommend if you have a Velcro child or a child who loves being carried, even though she's now 3. I highly recommend one of these. It makes life so much easier. My back was so happy, and she was happy. I didn't want her to have a tantrum. I've had moments where, like, she just goes crazy because she wants me to carry her, and I just can't. But it was so much easier. I had her on this. My father-in-law even used it one day. That's why he says, "Oh my God, this actually really helps." But dads don't really have hips. Grandpas don't really have hips, so it was a little bit less, I guess, productive on him, but on me, it was amazing. So yeah, they sit here very comfortably. I love it. Another thing I love this for, which I did not use my slings at all, because I had this on me at all times. I kept, just in case, stuff inside here as well. So I have a diaper in here and some wipes. I don't know if you guys can see that since it's focusing on me. Yeah, some diapers and some wipes in here. And I also had, I'm going to take a peek through it out for right now. Yeah, a disposable changing mat. If she's pee, I would just stand in the bathroom stall and change your diaper, wiper, and standing, which is like fine for her as long as she's not poop. So yeah, it just made life so much easier, and honestly, I love this thing. It literally saved my last trip, and it saved this trip as well. So I highly recommend one of these. All right, so a couple of things I'm just gonna mention just because they did make a difference on our trip. So unfortunately, my daughter ended up having 2 days of a runny nose. She ended up having 2 days of a runny nose. So I already had this shipped to my aunt's house. And it is this guy. So you do plug it in right here. And then it has a nice little night light, basically. It turns blue, rainbows, whatever colors you want. The water does go in here. And it is super small and convenient. This wasn't even expensive. I literally bought it like a couple of days before. I was like, you know what? Momga, I guess, was like, we sleep with a humidifier and a purifier every single day. I'm like, purifiers are really expensive for me to ship one to my aunt's house. So I was like, let me just get a humidifier, something for the air, because me, my husband, and my daughter have really bad allergies. So this actually saved us, guys. It worked so well. I literally turned it on for like 2 hours before bedtime, and then turned it off as soon as we went to sleep, because then my husband snores actually when this is on. But you guys, if you guys have toddlers, and just in case, I do recommend this humidifier. Saved us when she was stuffy. So yeah, it's so small and it fits perfectly. I shipped two different sound machines. So the first one I got was this little guy. I thought it was so cute. But I love it. It works great. But it only stays on for 90 minutes. My daughter, it only stays on for 90 minutes. My daughter, if it turns off and she hears a sound outside the room, she would wake up. So that part sucks. But if your toddler naps, definitely recommend. It's an hour and a half, so I mean it's good nap. But mine needs the sound to be constant. So good thing about this one also, and this was so affordable. I love the size of it. And my daughter also likes night lights, so these two night lights ended up working out perfect. I can't tell you guys how much I love this. So you can either leave it plugged in, or you charge it and you just kind of hang it somewhere. But I absolutely love it. Turn it on. You can leave it on and it just stays on. And oh, you can even see. And it has a night light. So whatever color you prefer. And then whatever, sound you prefer. You guys get the point. I absolutely love this. It stayed on all day, all night, canceled out all the noise from the room. So I love this. And it was funny because I was like, oh, I could just leave it because it wasn't crazy expensive. But I had to bring it back home. And my husband was like, yeah, that's going to be our lifesavers whenever we travel, period. Because we both like sound machines. So these will always go anywhere we go now. Even when we go to my sister-in-law's house to stay the night. So I highly recommend it. Those two. And then really quickly, for mommy and daddy, 2+ can use this. So again, my daughter she was feeling fine though, because she acted exactly the same. She just had a really runny nose. Toddlers can use this. This actually helps, I guess, make the sickness or cold or whatever, or flu-like symptoms a lot less. We even use this when we had COVID. So highly recommend this. It is 2+. Ask your doctor, ask your pediatrician, of course. I'm just saying that they really helped us, and we took vitamin C every single day as well, because we obviously didn't want to get sick, even though something did follow us back home, but still. Oh my god, I forgot to mention, don't forget your first aid kit. If you want to know everything that's in mine, I did have a video on it and a reel. Don't forget your first aid kit. Trust me. Father-in-law had a horrible headache. I got you. My sister-in-law got heartburn. I got you. My daughter ended up, getting sick. Well, kind of sick. Just take your first aid kit. And then last but not least, which is super duper random, and I don't have it with me, is sunglasses for your toddler. Now, it's not just for the sun. We actually went to Muppets, and she did not like that the bird was coming at her. Like, she wanted to freak out. But she didn't want to take her glasses off because everybody else had them on. So my husband switched them out for her regular glasses, and then she was fine. So I would definitely recommend just some sunglasses. That's just a random ad. But yeah. And then one little random ad for me is, you guys, I'm very picky for deodorants. I've been looking for a good deodorant for years. I've used other scents of this brand. This video is not sponsored. These are my minis. I did buy big ones. I personally just love them. I feel like they really work all day at the parks. My anxiety, sweating, is another level of regular sweat. And I didn't stink. So must have for the rest of my life now. I love those. Anyways, I really hope this video was helpful for those of you going to Disney or you just wanted to watch this video. I know it was a lot of information. I did make, you know, some links down below. If you do shop them, I do get a small commission, which I'm beyond grateful for. But if you are going to Disney, have fun, enjoy every moment. It goes by so fast. And if you're going with toddlers, what I learned from last trip is it changes so fast. It was a whole different experience the first time. She hated everything when she was 1, and this time when she was almost 3, she loved everything. And it was amazing. So I can't wait for the next trip. And yeah, I don't want to cry. It's her birthday, so I think I'm emotional. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Leave this emoji if you are still here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.